Have you noticed that your sleep isn't what it used to be? Last night, 56-year-old Linda went to bed at her usual time, feeling tired after a long day. But instead of drifting into peaceful slumber like she did in her 30s and 40s, she found herself staring at the ceiling for hours, her mind racing, her body feeling too warm one minute and too cold the next. The digital clock on her nightstand seemed to mock her as the numbers changed: 11:45, 12:30, 1:15. She tried everything, counting sheep, deep breathing, even getting up to read for a while. But sleep remained frustratingly elusive. When she finally did fall asleep around 2 a.m., she woke up 3 times before morning, once drenched in sweat, once needing to use the bathroom, and once for no apparent reason at all. By the time her alarm went off at 6:30, she felt more exhausted than when she went to bed, with a dull headache and a foggy mind that coffee couldn't seem to clear. Linda isn't alone. Millions of women over 50 experience dramatic changes in their sleep patterns, often leaving them frustrated, exhausted, and wondering what's happening to their bodies. According to the National Sleep Foundation, nearly 61% of postmenopausal women report sleep problems, including difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. These disruptions aren't just annoying. They can have profound effects on quality of life, mood, cognitive function, and even long-term health outcomes. What many women don't realize is that these changes aren't random or simply a part of getting older. They are specific biological shifts that happen to women in midlife and beyond. They have identifiable causes and, most importantly, solutions that can help. Understanding these changes can make all the difference between years of exhaustion and maintaining your energy, mental clarity, and health well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. In this video, we are going to explore the 6 major ways sleep changes for women after 50, why these changes happen, and most importantly, what you can do about them. By the end, you'll understand not only why you're experiencing these shifts, but also how to adapt your routine to get the restorative sleep your body needs. Don't miss the final insight. It's one that most people overlook, yet it holds incredible power in predicting what lies ahead. These markers could completely reshape how you see your future and add valuable years to your life. If this has sparked your interest, show your support by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video with those you care about. Together, let us make informed choices for a healthier, longer life. Now, let us dive into the first major change that affects women's sleep after 50. 1. Hormonal roller coaster. The menopause effect. The most significant factor affecting women's sleep after 50 is the dramatic hormonal shift that occurs during perimenopause and menopause. Estrogen and progesterone don't just regulate your reproductive system. They play crucial roles in your sleep cycle too. As estrogen levels decline, your body loses a key hormone that helps maintain deep sleep. Estrogen helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle by influencing how your body processes serotonin, a neurotransmitter that plays a critical role in mood and sleep. It also affects how sensitive you are to environmental disturbances during sleep. Progesterone, which has natural sedative effects, also decreases dramatically during this transition. Many women don't realize that progesterone acts almost like a natural sleeping pill, helping to reduce anxiety and promote the deep, restorative stages of sleep. When levels of this calming hormone drop, sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. Together, these hormonal changes disrupt the delicate balance that once helped you fall asleep easily and stay asleep throughout the night. It is like suddenly losing the internal sleep regulation system that worked effortlessly for decades. Take Sarah, for example. At 52, she started experiencing night sweats that would wake her up drenched in the middle of the night. She'd have to change her pajamas, sometimes even her sheets, before trying to fall back asleep. By morning, she felt like she'd run a marathon rather than rested. I never connected my sleep problems to menopause, Sarah shared. I thought I was just stressed from work. But when my doctor explained how estrogen affects temperature regulation and sleep architecture, it finally made sense. Night sweats and hot flashes, experienced by up to 80% of menopausal women, can severely fragment sleep. Your body temperature normally decreases slightly to initiate sleep, dropping about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit as part of your circadian rhythm, signaling that it's time to sleep. This cooling process is crucial for quality sleep. However, hormonal fluctuations during menopause can trigger sudden heat surges that jolt you awake. These aren't just mild warmth. They are intense waves of heat that can raise your core body temperature within minutes, often accompanied by a racing heart and perspiration that can soak through pajamas and bedding. Even more frustrating, they often follow a pattern. You finally drift off to sleep, enter the deeper stages, and then a hot flash hits, forcing you back to lighter sleep or complete wakefulness. The unpredictable unpredictability makes it worse. Some women experience these disruptions several times a night, every night, while others have them intermittently. Either way, the constant interruption prevents your brain from moving through the normal sleep cycles needed for restoration and memory consolidation. But hormones affect more than just temperature. They also influence your brain's sleep-wake cycle, mood regulation, and even how sensitive you are to environmental disruptions like noise or light. What you can do about it: keep your bedroom cool. Around 65 degrees or 18 degrees C is ideal for most people. Use layered bedding that can be easily removed if you get too warm. Consider moisture-wicking pajamas specifically designed for night sweats. Talk to your healthcare provider about hormone replacement therapy, HRT, if symptoms are severe. Try herbal remedies like black cohosh or evening primrose oil after consulting with your doctor. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, has shown excellent results for menopausal sleep issues. Remember, hormonal changes don't mean you destined for years of poor sleep. With the right approach, you can manage these effects and still get restorative rest. 2. The midnight bathroom trips. Remember when you could sleep straight through the night without a single bathroom break? For many women over 50, those days are gone, replaced by 1, 2, or even more trips to the bathroom each night. This change, known as nocturia, becomes increasingly common as women age, with studies showing that nearly 75% of adults over 55 report waking up at least once per night to urinate. But why does this happen specifically to women after 50? Several factors come into play. First, the same hormonal changes that cause hot flashes can also affect your bladder. Estrogen helps maintain the lining of your bladder and urethra. As levels drop, these tissues thin and become less elastic, potentially leading to increased urgency and frequency. The bladder's capacity can actually decrease, meaning it holds less urine before triggering the sensation that you need to empty it. Second, the pelvic floor muscles that support your bladder naturally weaken with age and after childbirth, making it harder to hold urine for long periods. Years of supporting your internal organs, combined with the physical stresses of pregnancy and childbirth for many women, mean these muscles aren't as responsive as they once were. Even women who've never had children experience this weakening as part of the natural aging process. Third, your body produces a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, ADH, that normally increases at night to reduce urine production while you sleep. After 50, the circadian rhythm of this hormone can flatten, meaning your kidneys continue to produce urine at night at nearly the same rate as during the day. This biological change directly translates to more bathroom trips. Finally, many women over 50 develop conditions like diabetes or take medications for heart conditions or high blood pressure that increase urine production, compounding the problem. Take Maria, who at 58 found herself waking up twice each night to use the bathroom. "The first time I get up, I can usually fall back asleep," she said. "But after the second time, I'm often awake for an hour or more. It is like my body forgets how to go back to sleep." What Maria doesn't realize is that even brief awakenings to use the bathroom can disrupt her sleep architecture, particularly if lights are turned on, which signals to the brain that it's time to wake up. Each time she fully wakes up, her brain must restart the entire sleep cycle from the beginning instead of continuing through the deeper, more restorative stages. The problem becomes circular. The more frequently you wake to use the bathroom, the more your brain becomes conditioned to wake at those times. Your body starts to create a new, unwanted rhythm of nighttime waking. Additionally, the anxiety about waking up, "Will I have to get up again tonight?" that can itself make it harder to fall asleep initially, creating a frustrating cycle of insomnia and frequent waking. Research from the Sleep Medicine Reviews journal shows that adults who wake up 2 or more times to urinate have a 20% decrease in daytime alertness and cognitive performance the next day. Over time, this fragmented sleep can contribute to chronic health issues, including increased risk of falls, depression, and even cardiovascular problems. What you can do about it: reduce fluid intake in the 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening, as both increase urine production, do regular pelvic floor exercises, Kegels, to strengthen bladder control, use a dim nightlight in the bathroom instead of turning on bright lights. Try timing your medications that may have diuretic effects for earlier in the day. Consider a bedside commode if mobility issues make bathroom trips difficult. Speak to your doctor if nighttime urination is excessive. It could signal an underlying condition like sleep apnea or diabetes. If you are finding this information helpful, please comment "nighttime" on below and subscribe to our channel for more health insights tailored for women over 50. The brain that one to turn off. I feel exhausted all day, but the moment my head hits the pillow, my mind starts racing with everything from tomorrow's to-do list to worries about my adult children, says Patricia, 62. It's like my brain has a switch that flips from tired to wired exactly at bedtime. This experience is incredibly common for women over 50, and there are scientific reasons behind it. During midlife, many women face unique stressors: caring for aging parents, adjusting to empty nests or boomerang kids, career transitions, financial concerns about retirement, and health anxieties. At the same time, the hormonal changes we discussed earlier affect not just your sleep, but also your stress response system. Estrogen helps regulate cortisol, your primary stress hormone, through complex interactions in your brain. As estrogen declines, cortisol patterns can become disrupted, sometimes staying elevated when they should be dropping in the evening. This hormonal disruption is like having your body's internal stress thermostat malfunction. Normally, cortisol follows a daily rhythm, highest in the morning to help you wake up and gradually declining throughout the day, reaching its lowest point at night to allow sleep. But during and after menopause, this precise timing can go awry. Many women over 50 develop a flattened cortisol pattern, or worse, a reversed one with higher levels at night. Dr. Sarah Gottfried, a Harvard-trained physician specializing in women's health, explains it this way. When estrogen drops, the body often compensates by producing more stress hormones. It is like your body as hormonal ecosystem is trying to find a new balance, but in the process, it disrupts the natural circadian rhythm that promotes sleep. This hormonal miscommunication means that precisely when your body should be winding down, it might be gearing up instead, leaving you wide awake and alert at 11 p.m., despite feeling exhausted all day. Additionally, brain chemistry changes with age. The production of melatonin, your sleep hormone, naturally decreases, while psychological factors like increased life responsibilities can amplify anxiety. For Jane, a 55-year-old teacher, this manifested as sleep procrastination. I am tired all day, but when bedtime comes, suddenly I find myself cleaning the kitchen, checking email, or scrolling through social media. It is like I am avoiding sleep because I know the struggle that's coming. And what you can do about it: create a worry journal where you write down concerns before bed to get them out of your head. Establish a consistent 30-minute wind-down routine to signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. Practice mindfulness meditation or deep breathing exercises specifically designed for sleep. Try guided sleep stories or sleep-focused meditation apps. Limit screen time at least 1 hour before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin. Consider cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, which is particularly effective for thought-related sleep problems. Reserve your bed for sleep and intimacy only. Don't work, watch TV, or scroll through your phone there. Remember that a busy mind at bedtime isn't a character flaw. It is a biological and psychological response that can be managed with the right techniques. 4. The pain that steals your sleep. For many women over 50, it is not just hormones or an active mind keeping them awake. It is physical discomfort. Joint pain, back pain, and various forms of arthritis become more common with age, and they can significantly impact sleep quality. Studies from the Arthritis Foundation show that as many as 80% of people with arthritis have sleep problems, with women being disproportionately affected. The human body contains more than 300 joints, and after decades of use, wear and tear accumulates. Cartilage thins, joint fluid decreases, and inflammation becomes more common. During the day, movement actually helps lubricate joints and reduce stiffness, but at night, when you're lying still for hours, pain often intensifies. Additionally, the body's natural pain-suppressing mechanisms, including endorphin production, decrease at night. This means the same level of arthritis or back pain that you manage well during daylight hours can suddenly feel unbearable when you are trying to sleep. It is not your imagination. Pain really does feel worse at night for physiological reasons. I used to be able to sleep in any position, says Helen, 63. Now I spend half the night trying to find a comfortable way to lie down that doesn't make my hip or shoulder hurt. Women are disproportionately affected by conditions like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and fibromyalgia, all of which can cause nighttime pain. Hormonal changes again play a role, as estrogen helps regulate inflammation and pain perception. As levels drop, many women become more sensitive to pain they might have previously tolerated. The relationship between pain and sleep is bidirectional. Pain disrupts sleep, and poor sleep lowers your pain threshold, creating a difficult cycle to break. Research from the Journal of Pain shows that just one night of fragmented sleep can increase pain sensitivity the next day by up to 24%. This creates what sleep scientists call a pain sleep cycle, a frustrating cascade where each element makes the other worse. Dr. Michael Smith, a sleep researcher at Johns Hopkins University, explains it this way. When sleep is disrupted by pain, the body produces more inflammatory cytokines, which increase pain sensitivity. This increased pain then makes sleep even more difficult the next night, creating a downward spiral. MRI studies show that sleep deprivation amplifies pain signals in the brain while reducing activity in the regions that would normally dampen pain. In practical terms, this means the longer your sleep problems persist, the more sensitive to pain you become. A minor twinge that you might have barely noticed with good sleep can feel like a major disturbance after several nights of poor rest. For women over 50, this creates a perfect storm. Hormonal changes affect both sleep quality and inflammation levels, while age-related joint changes provide more potential sources of pain. All these factors converge to make nighttime discomfort a significant barrier to restful sleep. For Diane, a 59-year-old office manager with mild arthritis in her knees, this meant not only struggling to fall asleep, but also waking up feeling stiff and more painful than when she went to bed. "It's like I aged 10 years overnight," she explained. What you can do about it: invest in a high-quality mattress and pillows that provide proper support. Try temperature therapy before bed, heat for arthritis pain or cold for inflammatory pain. Time pain medications to reach their peak effectiveness during the night with your doctor's guidance. Explore gentle stretching or yoga specifically designed for bedtime. Consider topical pain relievers that won't interfere with sleep like oral medications might. Try alternative approaches like acupuncture or massage therapy. Speak with your doctor about whether anti-inflammatory dietary changes might help. Explore whether water exercise during the day might reduce nighttime pain through improved strength and flexibility. Breaking the pain-poor sleep cycle often requires a multifaceted approach, but even small improvements can lead to significantly better rest. If you are still watching and finding value in this information, please comment "pain-free" below to let me know you re-hear. Your engagement helps us understand which topics matter most to our community. 5. Sleep apnea, the hidden sleep thief. When Beth's husband told her she snored heavily and sometimes seemed to stop breathing during the night, she dismissed his concerns. "I thought snoring was just an annoyance, not a health issue," the 57-year-old said. "I had no idea it could be why I was so exhausted all the time." What Beth learned was that she had developed obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep due to blocked upper airways. While many people associate sleep apnea with overweight men, the reality is that women's risk increases substantially after menopause. Before menopause, women have much lower rates of sleep apnea than men. By some estimates, men are diagnosed with OSA at a rate 2 to 3 times higher than women. This led to the long-standing misconception that sleep apnea is predominantly a male disease. However, after menopause, women's risk nearly equals that of men, with some studies showing that up to 20% of postmenopausal women have at least moderate sleep apnea. This dramatic shift is largely due to hormonal changes. Estrogen and progesterone don't just affect reproductive health, they help maintain muscle tone in the upper airway, particularly the throat and soft palate. As these hormones decline, the tissues in the upper airway become more relaxed and collapsible during sleep. Dr. Grace Peen, a sleep specialist at Johns Hopkins Medicine, explains, "Premenopausal women are somewhat protected from sleep apnea because female hormones help maintain airway patency, keeping the throat open during sleep. When these hormones decrease during menopause, women lose this protective effect. Additionally, estrogen affects fat distribution in women's bodies. Before menopause, women tend to carry extra weight in their hips and thighs, and pear shape, but after menopause, fat often redistributes to the abdomen and neck, apple shape. This redistribution increases pressure on the airways and can further contribute to nighttime breathing difficulties. Weight changes during menopause can also contribute, as can the redistribution of body fat to the neck area. What makes sleep apnea particularly dangerous for women is that their symptoms often differ from the classic presentation, leading to underdiagnosis. Instead of loud snoring and obvious breathing pauses, women with sleep apnea apnea may experience insomnia or frequent awakenings, morning headaches, mood changes or depression, fatigue that doesn't improve with more sleep, night sweats, which may be confused with menopausal symptoms. Left untreated, sleep apnea increases the risk of serious health problems, including heart disease, stroke, and diabetes, making it much more than just a sleep issue. What you can do about it: ask your partner if they've noticed heavy snoring or breathing pauses during your sleep. Consider recording yourself sleeping if you live alone. Talk to your doctor about a sleep study. These can now often be done at home. Explore CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure therapy if diagnosed. Try dental appliances designed to keep airways open. Maintain a healthy weight, as even small weight losses can improve symptoms. Sleep on your side rather than your back. Avoid alcohol and sedatives before bed, as they relax throat muscles. Address nasal congestion with appropriate treatments if it contributes to breathing difficulties. If you've been feeling exhausted despite seemingly adequate sleep, don't dismiss the possibility of sleep apnea, especially if you have other risk factors like high blood pressure or excess weight. 6. The medication effect. At 61, Susan started taking blood pressure medication that her doctor prescribed. Within weeks, she noticed a change in her sleep. I would wake up around 3 a.m. wide awake and couldn't even get back to sleep. No one warned me this could happen. As we age, we were more likely to take medications for various health conditions, but many women don't realize that these same medications can significantly impact their sleep. Common medications that can affect sleep include antidepressants, some can be energizing or cause vivid dreams, beta blockers for high blood pressure, may reduce melatonin production, corticosteroids for inflammation, can cause insomnia, diuretics for heart conditions, increase nighttime urination, statins for cholesterol, may cause muscle pain that disrupts sleep. Some cold and allergy medications contain stimulants. Thyroid medications, if dosed incorrectly, the impact can be direct, as with stimulating medications, or indirect, as with diuretics that increase bathroom trips. Sometimes it is not even the primary medication, but the additives, fillers, or preservatives that cause problems. What complicates matters is that women over 50 metabolize medications differently than younger women due to several physiological changes. Body composition shifts. After menopause, women typically have a higher percentage of body fat and less muscle mass and water content. Since fat-soluble medications are stored in fat cells, they can accumulate more easily and stay in the system longer. Liver processing changes. The liver's ability to metabolize medications decreases with age, sometimes by as much as 30–40%. This means drugs stay active in your system longer and may reach higher concentrations than they would in a younger person taking the same dose. Kidney filtration decreases. Starting around age 40, kidney function gradually declines, reducing the rate at which medications are cleared from the bloodstream. By 70, many women have lost 30% of their kidney filtering capacity compared to their 30s. Digestive changes. Reduced stomach acid and slower digestive transit time can affect how medications are absorbed, potentially altering their effectiveness and side effects. These physiological changes mean that medications that never bothered your sleep in your 40s might suddenly become problematic in your 50s and beyond, even if the dosage hasn't changed. For Margaret, 65, it was a combination of medications creating the problem. I was taking thyroid medication in the morning and an antihistamine at night. My doctor never connected the dots that together they were completely disrupting my sleep cycle. What you can do about it? Review all medications with your doctor or pharmacist specifically for sleep effects. Ask about adjusting timing. Taking some medications in the morning instead of evening can make a difference. Discuss whether dose adjustments might help minimize side effects. Explore alternative medications that may have less impact on sleep. Never stop prescription medications without medical guidance. Consider a medication management app to track when you take medications and how they affect you. Be particularly careful with over-the-counter sleep aids, which can cause rebound insomnia. Remember that sometimes the treatment for one condition can create problems in other areas of health, and good sleep is fundamental to overall well-being. If you are finding this information valuable, please comment a medication review below to let me know this resonates with you. As we've seen, women's sleep after 50 faces multiple challenges, from hormonal shifts and physical discomfort to medication effects and sleep-related breathing disorders. But understanding these changes is the first step toward addressing them. The truth is, sleep after 50, T, look exactly like sleep at 30, and that S, completely normal. Your body has changed, your hormones have shifted, and the sleep strategies that worked in your younger years may no longer be effective. This doesn't T mean you were doomed to years of poor sleep. It just means you need a new approach tailored to your changing body. Dr. Rebecca Robbins, a sleep researcher at Harvard Medical School, puts it this way: women over 50 often need to be more intentional about their sleep than they were in earlier decades. Good sleep doesn't just happen automatically anymore. It requires awareness, planning, and sometimes medical intervention. Think of sleep not as something that just happens, but as a biological process that requires the right conditions, like growing a garden. After 50, your sleep soil has changed, and you need different techniques to cultivate restful nights. Here are some fundamental strategies that address multiple sleep disruptors. Consistency is key. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily, even on weekends. This helps stabilize your circadian rhythm despite hormonal fluctuations. Transform your sleep environment. Make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Cool, dark, quiet, and free from electronics. Consider blackout curtains, white noise machines, or cooling mattress toppers. Move your body, improve your sleep. Regular exercise, preferably earlier in the day, has been shown to improve sleep quality in postmenopausal women. Even 10 minutes of gentle movement can make a difference. Mind your evening intake. Be strategic about what you consume in the hours before bed. Avoid caffeine after noon, limit alcohol, and be mindful of heavy or spicy meals that might trigger digestive issues or hot flashes. Develop a wind-down ritual. Your brain needs transition time, whether it is gentle stretching, reading, or taking a warm bath, which helps trigger the natural cool-down that promotes sleep. Find what signals sleep time to your body. Consider a sleep study. If you've tried basic strategies and still struggle, professional evaluation might reveal issues like sleep apnea that require specific treatment. Be patient with yourself. Adapting to these changes takes time. Instead of getting frustrated when sleep doesn't come easily, practice acceptance and relaxation techniques. Sometimes resting is valuable, even when perfect sleep is elusive. Track your sleep patterns. Consider keeping a sleep diary for 2 weeks to identify patterns and triggers. Note when you go to bed, how long it takes to fall asleep, when you wake during the night, and how you feel in the morning. This information can help you and your healthcare provider pinpoint specific issues. Explore relaxation techniques. Methods like progressive muscle relaxation, guided imagery, or gentle yoga specifically designed for sleep can signal to your body that it is time to wind down. The key is finding techniques that work for you and practicing them consistently. Manage light exposure. Increasing your exposure to bright light in the morning and reducing blue light from screens in the evening helps regulate your circadian rhythm. Consider blue light blocking glasses for evening screen use, or better yet, establish a screen curfew at least 1 hour before bed. Consider sleep supplementation carefully. Talk to your healthcare provider about supplements that might help. Magnesium, melatonin, and valerian have shown benefits for some women, but they are not right for everyone and may interact with medications. Address multiple factors simultaneously. The most effective approach is often a comprehensive one. Rather than trying just one solution, implement several changes to address different aspects of sleep disruption. Remember Linda from our introduction? After learning about the changes affecting her sleep, she worked with her healthcare provider to address her specific challenges. She discovered she had mild sleep apnea and started using a small, comfortable CPAP device. She adjusted her bedroom temperature down to 65 degrees and invested in moisture-wicking pajamas to manage her night sweats. She started taking magnesium in the evening after her doctor confirmed it wouldn't interact with her other medications, and she developed a 15-minute progressive muscle relaxation routine before bed. Perhaps most importantly, Linda changed her perspective. Instead of seeing her sleep changes as a failure or something wrong with her, she understood them as a natural transition requiring adaptation. I still don't sleep like I did at 30, she says, but most nights I sleep well enough to wake up feeling refreshed. Some nights are still challenging, especially during stressful times, but I don't lie there anxiously watching the clock anymore. I get up, do something quiet, and try again when I feel ready. Understanding that these changes were normal helped me stop worrying about my sleep, which ironically helped me sleep better. Linda Diaz's story reflects what sleep researchers have found. Women who develop an accepting mindset about sleep changes while still actively addressing them tend to experience less sleep-related anxiety and better overall outcomes than those who fight against these natural transitions. Your sleep might never return to exactly what it was in your younger years, and that's okay. In fact, this acceptance is part of the journey toward better sleep. Sleep specialist Dr. Judith Davidson calls this dropping the struggle. Acknowledging that fighting for perfect sleep often creates tension that makes sleep more elusive. The goal isn't perfect sleep, but restorative sleep that allows you to enjoy your life fully during the day. Remember that the changes we discussed on affect all women equally. Your experience will be unique based on your genetics, lifestyle, medical history, and even cultural factors that influence how you perceive and respond to sleep changes. The key is identifying which factors are most relevant for you and addressing those specifically. It is also worth noting that while sleep challenges increase after 50, they don't necessarily worsen indefinitely. Many women report that once they have passed through the menopausal transition and their hormones stabilize at their new levels, usually by the mid to late 50s, sleep often improves somewhat. The body adapts to its new normal, especially with thoughtful lifestyle modifications. Thank you for joining us for this exploration of women as sleep after 50. We've covered a lot of ground today, from hormonal shifts to practical strategies, and we hope you've found information that resonates with your personal experience. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, share it with friends who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more content designed to support women's health and well-being as we age. Remember, understanding your sleep is power, and with the right knowledge and techniques you can create nights that truly restore you, even as your body changes. What sleep challenges have you experienced after 50? Share in the comments below. Your insights might help other women realize they are not alone. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.